Max, what does this say about Lonzo?
This actually says everything about LeBron James, Molly. You see, I know you and Stephen A. We can show Stephen A. rolling his eyes when I say this, but I think you need to hear about baseball. You see, once upon a time, there was a guy. They said that baseball players couldn't hit the ball over the fence; it was too far away. So it was all drag bunting and slap hitting, and no one swung for the fences, no one struck out. Then along came a guy named Babe Ruth, who had a big imagination and thought, you know what, I can hit it over the fence. I don't care if I strike out a lot. I think that's good to hit it over the fence. And shortly thereafter, because Ruth hit a lot of balls over the fence, Lou Gehrig did the same thing and Jimmy Fox did the same thing. This is a Bill James theory, the godfather of sabermetrics. And we can see that was the Babe Ruth influence, and we saw that with Michael Jordan, right? A guard can't be the best player in the game. The best player in the game is always a big. You never trade a guard for a big, a dominant big. Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar until Michael Jordan came around. And then everyone thought they had to be a killer with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter and had to play iso ball and be like Mike. That was the Michael Jordan effect. And we saw the Tiger Woods effect, right? Like one of the reasons Tiger had a hard time winning after a certain point, not only his back and different scandal and a scandal, but because he was playing now against, he was a victim of the Tiger Woods effect. Guys like Rory McIlroy and these guys were suddenly around. How are you going to be better than these young athletic guys? For the first time, athletes had golf clubs in their hands. The Tiger Woods effect. And this is the LeBron James effect, which is in stark contrast to the Jordan effect. Guys are showing up thinking that the thing to do is be a great teammate. Not that Jordan's the greatest of all time, don't get me wrong. But LeBron's style of play, it's not producing Kobe Bryant's, I want to kill you with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, give me the ball, everyone clear out. It's, I want to elevate the team around me. I want to pass the ball. I want to share the ball. I want to be the guy who facilitates for others. That's the LeBron James effect. And now you have the second overall pick in the draft, Lonzo Ball, saying, I grew up watching this guy. I want to be like LeBron. That's how I think. That's how I talk. Even Ben Simmons, big guard. But what does he do? Is it just about scoring? No, it's about more than that. There's a new era of players who want to be like LeBron. I think that's what Lonzo comments show. The LeBron James effect has arrived.
Well, I'm not going to dispute what you think it shows. What I'm going to say to you, and I apologize because I couldn't hear the first part of your argument, Max, because of technical difficulties, but we're fine now. The bottom line is this. Mad respect. I wish Lonzo nothing but the best. But I respectfully disagree with him here in terms of him following the model that was set by LeBron. His dad, sure, because one of the things that his dad continuously says, pressure breaks pipes. I mean, please, you handle it or you can't. This ain't no real pressure. Life is pressure, blah, blah, blah. Speaking to his dad, that's his dad's mentality. LeBron James is one of the greatest players to have ever played. There's no denying it. We will never dispute that, and he's a three-time champion. We get all of that. But I don't want to hear that you've learned to take blame from LeBron. With all due respect, I don't recall LeBron James taking blame. I don't recall that. When they lost to Dallas, he was quiet. When they lost to San Antonio before that, we all know he didn't have the team. When they lost to San Antonio the second go-round, when he had D-Wade and Bosh, everybody knew that D-Wade wasn't completely healthy, and LeBron James didn't have but so much help. And LeBron James wasn't shy about allowing people to believe that. When he lost the first go-round to Golden State, Kyrie and Kevin Love went down. When he lost the second go-round last year, before the series even began, he was talking about how he didn't even want to think about it when asked a question by the reporter in Boston because he said it's just too stressful thinking about going up against those guys. So he sort of laid the foundation and created the narrative. We really have no chance against Golden State. We have no chance of beating them before the finals even began. And so when you look at that, and then you see the move from Cleveland to Miami, and I understood that because there was a lot of nonsense going on in Cleveland that he did not deserve, and I don't blame him for leaving the first go-round for Miami. But then when you left from Miami to go back to Cleveland, it wasn't out of the kindness of your heart. Kyrie Irving was up in there, and y'all knew y'all had a chance of getting Kevin Love. And you were in the Eastern Conference still. And it was going to decimate Miami without you. So Kyrie Irving, who was like 21, 22 years old at the time, was a better option than an aging Dwayne Wade, who had missed 33 games one of those years and had questionable knees at that particular moment in time, not to mention the fact that everything wasn't pristine with Pat Riley and the Miami Heat organization. So everywhere you look, You can sit up there, and I'm not going to sit up there and say that LeBron James was wrong or he was a coward. I'm not saying anything derogatory or anything like that. But I also don't want to hear that you've learned to take blame. LeBron James has his resume shows that he's never really taken it, A, and B, his resume also shows there have been many occasions, Max, where he says, my guys, my leaders, we have to do this, we're not doing that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've never seen him go like this. It's all on me. I messed this up. This is my bad. I've never seen that.